Okay, so clearly the hood of the car is not bolted down. Let me show you guys what we have a solution for that. And that is gonna be some Aero catches. These are pretty simple to install on the car. So yeah, this is gonna be a short little video, so let's get cracking on it. One thing I have specifically going on with my car, the reason why I can't shut this hood all the time, is because the entire front end of this car is all custom. So because this car was wrecked when I first got it, so I have a 350Z radiator, but that is sticking out and it's actually making contact with the hood. So let me show you guys. So I'm gonna have to see it's making contact right here. So I'm gonna have to clearance the hood right there, in addition to making the little slots right here. And right now, let me take this hood out so I can show you guys. Okay, so right now the plan is to actually use this hole right here for the Aero catch studs, because they tied directly into the frames. Alright, so we completely stripped the hood down on the car because, well, it's a drift car, it doesn't need any of it. I'm gonna probably end up doing like a FDF vent on it or something, similar to what I did to my Z hood. Let me show you guys this, because it is actually very important for cooling. Those can actually look pretty sick if you actually wrap them to the car correctly. This one was kind of a last minute process, that's why it's installed over the wrap. But normally you would want to install it before the wrap and then, you know, do your designs, whatever you got to do to make it look OEM-ish. So that's the plan for this hood, so that's why everything else had to go. But right now the plan is, first things first, is to actually make the clearance for this. So instead of being really precise about it, I'm actually going to just take a big chunk of it off. I think it's gonna be on this side, yeah. So big chunk of it off, because it doesn't matter anyways. This hood is already flimsy and this car was an accident. So yeah, so let's see how we can cut this out. I'm probably gonna use an angle grinder. That always seems to work. Just make sure you have a fire extinguisher ready to go, which I do right over there. Alright, so that's the first piece of the puzzle removed, and it's actually got quite a bit of ribbing underneath it still, so we'll see if it clears. Might have to cut this out, but for now we'll just set the hood on there and then see if it actually like shuts all the way. And if it does, we should be good to just move on to the actual hood pins now. Alright, so it looks like it's making contact with my hose clamp, which kind of figured that might happen, but what I'm gonna do is we'll turn that hose clamp facing the other way, and we'll also clear this side of the hood. Just might as well at this point. All right, so I got the hood clearanced out. I made a little square cut right there, made a square cut right there, and that basically clears out the radiator section perfectly fine. So on my car, I run this aftermarket fuse block. I use it to control my fans and everything because it is a drift car. But yeah, it makes contact, a little bit of contact right there, even though it still closes, but it still sits right on top of this. So I'm probably gonna make a little hole right here just to give it a little bit of clearance, because on track the car's moving quite a bit, everything's bouncing around, so I don't want anything making contact with anything. So yeah, that's just like a little precaution we take, but I'm gonna take care of that a little bit later because we don't need to do that right now. Let me show you guys how I'm gonna be mounting the Aero catch studs. So I have this one side just kind of fitted in place, ready to go. I'm gonna show you guys how I tighten it. But basically on these cars, there's a stock hole right there. I don't know exactly what that's for, but I don't know if I mentioned this, but when I got this car, it didn't have a front end on it because it was this car was from a junkyard. Basically, it didn't have the front end on it, so I put everything together. So I don't really need this, so just grab like a little extension or whatever, and you can just break that off. Okay, so I'm doing something a little janky with my setup, specifically because of this plastic piece that's on here right now. So this plastic is actually going to make it where when you tie the stud down, it's not going to want to stay straight. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just use this bolt, and the bolt will be able to perfectly smash down into that and actually sit on the frame instead of the plastic. So yeah, I'm going to use this bolt as like a really thick washer. Janky, but it's functional. That's kind of like the theme of this car. right, cool. That is solid. That's what I like to see. It's sitting on the metal part. Well, it's somewhat still sitting on the plastic part, but that's not that big of a deal because it has quite a bit of pressure on it. Now let me do the other side and then we can drop the hood down onto it. Okay, so there's two things in mind we have to check right now is where the holes are going to land, obviously, and whether this is actually tall enough to go all the way through the hood and actually be able to stick out through the top, because it looks like it's going to be right at the body line, so it's kind of close. So let's drop the hood down, and if the hood doesn't shut down all the way, if we have like at least, I want to say, because this is about like 2-inch thick, yeah, so if we have at least about a 2-inch gap when we drop the hood down, we should be good. So let's try that out. Oh, perfect, cool. So that's like a 2.5-inch gap, maybe even, yeah, about 2.5 inches. So I think we'll be all right. And then now I gotta figure out a way to mark it, which I think I can just get a marker in there. It doesn't look like it's too bad. I had a little brain fart moment. I don't know what I was thinking, but we actually don't need to drill it out and mark it. We could have just cut this piece out altogether from the jump. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. So let me cut that out right now. It's gonna be a bit of a long process because of the metal studs in there, so we'll see. All right, so I had to do quite a bit of cutting on the hood. As you can see, I pretty much took out this entire section, took out the structural ridge that was here, or like the ribbing, both sides. It actually wasn't too hard. It's just a little bit time consuming. Probably took me about 20 minutes to do. But quick little side note, guys, if you're ever gonna do stuff like this, you know, like cut metal, whatever, make sure after you're done to sand it down completely, deburr it, and maybe throw some paint over it. That's because you don't want people getting hurt, because like my boys might borrow this car, you know, so like I have friends that borrow my car for drift events. They like to open the hood or whatever. If they want to do that, they're not cutting their fingers or whatever, so just take that extra 10 minutes, take care of that, make sure you don't, you know, hurt nobody. And then also clear out all this metal dust that you see right here. This is fine aluminum dust, because all that is going to end up in your engine bay and might potentially get sucked into your engine. If that happens, it's going to be a bad day for your motor, so make sure you clean up as much as you can. Hood is bolted down, and before we drop it, to get markings on the hood, we're going to just use grease. So we just drop it and pick it back up. All right, so that left us two little marks, one right there and the other one right there. So now we're gonna unbolt the hood for like the 5th time and then finally start making our mock-up for the actual latches itself. Okay, so this is where roughly I want my hood latches to sit. To get that angle, all I did is I made sure that this side, this line right here, is somewhat parallel with this of the side of the hood. So same thing with this side parallel, that way it's got like a good amount of lean off to the side. I just like the way that looks. And as for how we're gonna line this up, well, pretty simple. So make sure you have this backing plate with the flat side facing down on it. Then take this, do that, and then slide it over to where this hole in the actual hood latch is right over that. And then once you have, you know, where you want it positioned angle wise, then you carefully, without moving it, take that off like that. Then what we're gonna do, we're gonna outline this little section and basically cut it out. So to cut it out, I for some reason had a hole saw kit, but I lost the tools for it. So now, because of that stupidity, I'm gonna have to use a sawzall to make cuts to it and then just grind it out as much as I can. Again, this is a drift car, so I don't really care about it being clean or whatever, because it's gonna get wrapped anyways. But for you guys, use hole saws that are like this diameter, one hole saw there, one hole saw there, then you can just make 2 cuts and then you have like that shape. Pretty easy way to do it. I just made my life way harder because I lost my tools, so we'll see what happens. I was just thinking about this. There is an argument online about how these are supposed to be mounted, whether it's supposed to be facing that way or this way, you know, because they're called Aero catches. I guess if you're driving in a straight line, whatever, and this actually ends up popping open, the wind will hit it and keep it closing. I kind of don't buy that, but I mean, it's a drift car. It's really never going to see anything over, like, I want to say more than like maybe 110, 120 miles an hour. So it doesn't matter for me. I think it looks cooler in that orientation, but yeah. So let's knock that side out. And we might have to make a little bit of adjustments on the studs to get it to actually like poke through the hole. But yeah, let me do the other side first, and then we'll toss the hood on the car. All right, so it's pretty much done, and what I will say, what I learned from this is it's actually really well worth the time to get the fitment right. You can see I bent the studs a little bit. Be careful when you're bending those studs because they are aluminum. You don't want to overdo it because they can snap. Put a good amount of heat to it. I want to say, like, you know, like blow torch it for like, you know, 5 to 10 seconds before you want to do any kind of bending. But be very easy with it because it's aluminum. It can break easy. I also trimmed up those holes a little bit, made them a little bit wider just because of the angle that it's sitting at. It's not perfectly straight. So yeah, and it's definitely worth taking the time to do all that because you can see the minute I drop it down, everything's lined up. That's lined up, and you can just latch it. Because from my experience, I've seen a lot of guys when they're at the track or whatever and they close their hood, they're having to like grab it and line it up and then trying to get it to lock and stop working. I didn't want to deal with that, so I made it to where it can just close it, latch it, you're good to go. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it. Leave a like and subscribe.